Hello, family. Welcome to another session of Maths Fanatics 24/7. In this video, we're going to be looking at probability, more specifically the Venn diagram and the tree diagram. Okay, so on the first question, they say a survey of 80 students at a local library indicated the reading preferences below, right? And then I see 44, 33, 39, 23, 19, and so on, right? So obviously, this type of a question where they're basically comparing preferences of magazine, like type of social media used, type of sports played, type of music listened to, and all that. It's a Venn diagram question. It's always a Venn diagram. So in this case, I know I have to draw a Venn diagram, right? Sharp. So, but before I start, I need to know how many circles I'm going to draw. The number of circles is equivalent to the number of things in a certain category that are being compared. For example, here, I see National Geographic, which is NG. I see Getaway, which is G. I see Leadership, which is L. And then these are just repeat. So I'm going to have 3 circles. Ne? So I'm going to draw my 3 circles. Make them as big as you can, ne? And make sure that they are all intersecting. So those are my 3 circles. And then you enclose them inside a rectangle. Ne? Perfect. Then they said 80 there. You always show the total amount of learners there at the top, ne? Or amount of items. Perfect. So now I'm going to show you how to fill a Venn diagram. Ne? You are always going to use this method all the time. Before we start, let's do this first. Let's list our circles. So this one, I'll call it NG with 44 items in total, right? So I've considered that. I'm just going to remove it. And then this one, I'll call it G. This circle, I'll call it G, which is, so obviously I didn't draw it properly. Everything must be inside. Then here it must be 33, which is there. Then you cancel the G. Then this one, I'm going to call it L, which is going to be 39, which is there. Then I cancel it, right? Perfect. Because this first ones, they give you the total of the circles. So basically in this circle here, right? Actually for the purpose of this, let's use different colors. Let's use different colors for these circles. Sharp, so that it makes more sense. So I'll use this for that one. And then which color? Let's pick red for this one. Okay. I'll pick red for this one. So the total for, okay, and the writing as well. Let's change it. So this, I'll make it green. No. Actually, let's leave the writing. Let's leave the writing. Sharp. Awesome. And then we are now going to have this. Let's see now. Okay. Now we're going to start filling. Now, when you fill a Venn diagram, you always start at the center. And then you start here, you come here, there. So here, there doesn't matter where. But this one, you start here. And then you have to fill this one, that one, and that one. This one, that one, and that one. That one, that one. It does not matter which one you start with. But you start at the center, and then you fill this 3 here, and then these ones. Awesome. Never ever start any other way. Follow the method that I showed you, and I'm going to fill it in now. So I'm going to look for the number of learners who are doing all the 3 type of magazine. If it's not given, you're always going to put X. If it's given, you put that number. In this case, I can see here, they say 9 read all 3 magazines, right? So 9 read all 3. So basically the number there is 9 there. Right. Perfect. And then now I'm going to start to fill this, that, and that part. Let's check where they say N and G. National Geographic, leadership, gateway, and learnership. So N and G is not there, you see? So I'm going to put X. And then now I need NG and L. NG and L will be this part here. Ne? Sharp, this whole part here, basically. Sharp. So they say 23 do National Geographic and leadership magazines. Ne? So remember, National Geographic and leadership cycles, they meet here. Right. So they're saying the total here where I'm highlighting must be how much? Must be 23. Already I have 9 there. So this must then be 14. So that when I add this and that, I'm going to get 23. So that part is done. Right. And then they say 19 read both G and L. So G and L, the total must be 19. Remember, the circle of G and L meets here up until there, right? They meet here where I'm highlighting, right? Sharp. So I have 9 there. So here I must have 10 then, so that the total is 19. Okay. And then the last part says 69 learners read at least one magazine. The total is how much? It's 8. So this tells me that 11 do not read anything, right? Do not read any. This one, there are then total number of learners who are reading. So there's that must give you 69. Then which means those who are not reading, of which we put outside, it's 11. Ne? Awesome. Sharp. And then I'm done with that. Now I'm going to fill in this remaining part. To fill in this outside part is simple. Ne? You take your calculator. Okay, I'll just erase this portion here so that I can be able to see. So you take your calculator and then so let's start with NG. The total for NG is 44. So I'm going to say 44. Then I need to minus this, that, and that because they are all on this circle. Do you see it? So minus 14 minus 9 minus X, right? Minus the X, of which is not a like term. So we're going to have, let's see, I think I made a mistake there. Yes. Remember this part here, I should just say this, right? I'm just showing you here that also the X, you need to minus it. Ne? So basically, we are going to have 21 minus X here. Ne? 21 minus X. And then you always need to verify. If you add this, that, and that, you must get 44. Awesome. And then using same method, we're going to come here now. We take 39, right? We take 39, we minus 14, we minus 9, we minus 10. Then that gives us 6. So this is 6. Then we go there, we do the same thing, right? So we have 33 there. Then we need to minus this, that, and that. Remember the X I said you don't press it on a calculator, you'll just show it like here at the end, right? So I'm just going to minus 9 and 10. And then I have 14. So it's going to be 14 minus X then. Sharp. And then I'm done drawing my Venn diagram, right? So now, let's see. We're going to now answer the questions, okay? Okay, so now we can use our Venn diagram to answer the questions, right? How many students did not read any magazine? So obviously the answer will be this one, right? So it's 11. Awesome. And then let the number of students who read National Geographic and Gateway but not leadership be represented by X. Draw a Venn diagram to represent the reading preferences. We already did everything there. So this part is out, that part is out. Now they say we must show that X is 5. Okay. So ladies and gents, this is pretty simple. we're going to do this. Ne? When I add this, so 11, and that plus 21 minus x. So I'm adding everything basically, plus that x plus 9 plus 14 plus 6 plus 10. So plus 9 plus 14 plus 6 plus 10 plus that one plus 14 minus x. I have to get the total sample space, which is 18. 8. Perfect. And then I can see that, okay, here, this x is minus is going to cancel with that x, right? Now I'm quickly going to take my calculator to see how much these numbers add up to. Okay, so I have 11 plus 21 plus 9 plus 14 plus 6 plus 10 plus 14 equals to 85, right? So the numbers are giving me 85. And then I have the minus x, then equals to 18. So I'm going to take the minus x that side and the 80 this side. So I'm going to have 85 minus 80 equals to x. Therefore, x equals to 5. And then we have proved that one, right? That is proven. Perfect. Now, we need to do the last part of this question, right? What did I say? They say we need to determine the probability that a student selected at random will read at least 2 of the 3 magazines. At least 2. Okay. Sharp. So remember here now I can replace. Okay, let's do this quickly. So this will be equals to 5, right? 21 minus 5 is going to be 16. And then this will be equals to 9, right? 14 minus 14 minus that is 9, right? Perfect. So now let's check this. Here, what are they saying? They say we must show that at least 2. At least 2 means 2 or more, right? 2 or more. At least, remember, means a minimum. So at least 2 means 2 or more types of magazine, right? So basically, this is reading 2, this is reading 3, that is reading 2, that is reading 2. So basically, they're looking for that probability there. So the answer to this question will be, you add all of them together. So it's 14 plus 9 plus 10 plus 5, all divided by 8. Right. Let's see how much we get. So we have 14 plus 9 plus 10 plus 5 all over 8, which is 19 over 40. Do we see it? So the answer is 19 over 40. Some people want to leave it in decimal, so I'm going to do both, which is 0.475. And then we're done with this question, ladies and gents. We're now going to move to the next question, okay? Okay, so here they say a smoke detector system in a large warehouse used 2 devices, A and B. If smoke is present, the probability that it will be detected by a device is 0.9. By device A is 0.95, okay? So basically PA is 0.95, okay? The probability that it will be detected by B is 0.98. So PB is 0.98. And the probability that it will be detected by both devices simultaneously. So both, remember, it's A and. Ne? If they say either, it's A or. But if they say both, its end. Ne? PA and B, it's 0.94. If they said either here, you were going to use or here, ne? But both means and. Okay, perfect. And then now we can read this question. If smoke is present, what is the probability that it will be detected by device A or B? So they need P, A, or B. Oh, that is amazing. I have everything for the addition rule formula. PA or B, remember it's PA plus PB minus PA and B, right? And then PA is 0.95, PB is 0.98 minus 0.94, right? And then if you press this on a calculator, okay, let's do it actually. I wanted to work it out on my mind, but let's just save time. So it's 0.95 plus 0.98 minus 0.94. So this gives us 0.99, né? 0.99. So this is the probability of a smoke being detected. Né? So there's 99% that the smoke will be detected. Okay, awesome. And then now we can do the last question. What is the probability that the smoke will not be detected? So obviously, this is detected, remember? P, I'll just use D for detected. Ne? P detected plus P not detected must always add up to 1. Ne? So P not detected, it's 1 minus 0.99, which should give you 0.01 or 1%. Does make sense? Or 1 over 10. No, 1 over 100, I mean. Does make sense? Then that should be your answer for this question. Okay. So ladies and gents, we're going to go to the last question of this section. We're going to the last question now. Let's see. So on the last question, they say there are 15 girls in a mixed class. If 2 pupils from the class are selected at random to represent the class on the school council, then the probability that both are girls is this, right? How many boys are there? Remember I said, when you see a question on opposite type of thing, just like it is talking about gender, you see I have girls and boys. So I have to draw a tree diagram. Does make sense? Rain, no rain, pass, fail, score, miss, and all those things. When you get a scenario and a Venn diagram, I mean a tree diagram question will always be in a scenario form. Ne? They will always give you a scenario. So if you get a scenario with the probabilities there, you know that chances are going to be what? A tree diagram. Okay, so the first one is this. I know I'm selecting 2 people, so I can either select a girl or a boy. And I can, again, for the second time, I can select either a girl or a boy, a girl or a boy, right? Awesome. And then the number of girls are known here, right? They told us that there are 15 girls in total. So I have 15 there. Because the boys I don't know, I'll just call them X. Ne? Sharp. Then remember here, we always need to represent probabilities, right? So the total is going to be X plus 15. The total number of learners will be X plus 15. So here I'm going to have 15 plus X, right? I'm going to have 15 plus X there, right? Awesome. And then here, I want us to discuss the total first now before we even start. Okay, so because I'm selecting 1 person here, the number of people that I have are going to reduce by 1. So the total now is going to be 14 plus X because I need to take 1 out here. So the total is 14 plus X now. I hope that makes sense, right? Because 1 learner was selected, so we left with 14 plus X. So 14 plus X, and then 14 plus X. Sharp. Now, if we are going through this path, right, it means the first person who was selected is a girl. So the number of girls are going to reduce to 14, right? Then the number of boys will remain the same. Then if we're going through this path, it means the first person we selected was a boy. So the boys are going to reduce by 1. So it's x minus 1. The girls will remain the same, right? And then I'm now done completing my tree diagram, right? Remember, then x is the number of boys that are present, x, sharp. And then here I'm given a probability of both girls. So I'm given this portion and that portion. So I'm given this root basically, right? So it means if I multiply this probability and that one, I must get that answer there. Okay, that makes things simple for me. So I know that that answer must be given by 15 over 15 plus x, right? Then multiply by 14, and then 14 plus x, right? And then that, sharp. And then here I can see that my LCD is 15 plus x and then 14 plus x, right? So I'm going to have this. Remember, this is over 1, so I must multiply it by this part and that part. So 0 0.35, 15 plus x, 14 plus x equals to, this side you just left with 15 by 14. No, the LCD was there, so it just disappears, right? And then now we can divide both sides by 0 0.35. So 0 0.35 both sides. 35. So this will cancel that, right? And then here we're going to FOIL this multiply by that, this multiply by that, this multiply by that, and that multiply by that, right? Now we need to see what is 15 by 14. Okay, so 15 by 14 is 210, okay? So I have 210, and then 15 times x, that one is simple, it's 15x, 14 times x, it's 14x, then this times that will give us x squared, and then let's check that side, what does it give us? I'm going to just minus it here and say equals to 0. I'll move it to the side. Okay, so let's check. We have, remember we said 14 times 15 is 210. So 210 divided by 0 0.35 gives us 600. Okay, so I have 600 there. Sharp. Now I'm going to rearrange this nicely. So I have x squared. These are like terms. They give me 29x, right? Then this one gives me minus 390, right? Because this one and that one are like terms. When we add them, we must get 390, right? And then here I'm seeing quadratic formula now. Quadratic formula. So let's see here. I won't show it here. I won't show it, but you have to show it. I'll just show it on the calculator to save time. So it's negative b, my b is 29. We can all see that b is 29 there. And then plus minus, so I'll just start with the plus, and then 29 squared minus 4ac over 2a, right? So 2 times 1, 2 times 1, right? That gives me 10. So the first x value will be 10. So, but you need to show this part on when you are doing your exam, right? So x equals to 10 or x equals to, let's see. So we need to get the negative sign there and see what we get. So negative 39. But this is not true because x is the number of people. Therefore, there are 10 boys. And then that's finito with this question. Ladies and gents, if you found this really helpful, if you find my channel really helpful, please kindly share with family, and friends. And don't forget to hit the subscription button. Thank you for your time, and keep on investing your time in studying. It should be worth it soon. Danko, I'll see you soon in another session of Maths Fanatics.